What is up, guys? Back at you with another episode from RedneckJDM. Today we got another parts update as well as an install video for y'all today on the Raptor 660. Taking a look right behind me here, we got this big beautiful box of parts sitting right behind me here. It was shipped up to me from my buddy's house down in the United States. It's full of parts that I otherwise wouldn't be able to acquire in Canada because they didn't offer shipping services up here. Or shipping was just astronomically expensive and it didn't make sense to ship it up here. So saved myself a whole pile of money doing it this way and was able to acquire things that I otherwise wouldn't be able to. So we'll go ahead and get this box opened up here, guys, and then we'll move ahead to what we will be installing on the quad here today. A little hint. It will look quite a bit more aggressive from the front end after we're done with it, and there is a part that we will be installing that is quite rare to find and has been sitting in the original packaging for over 20 years, so I'm excited for that. So without further ado, guys, let's dive on in. Okay guys, got everything out of the box here now. Taking a look at what we got. There was another box that I thought was for work, but it turns out it was more quad parts, so I went ahead and added that to the pile here. To start off, we got our GYTR clutch kit. This is the heavy duty clutch kit. It is a little bit on the pricey side, around $350, but it was well worth it. You're not going to get much better than GYTR. I'm going to go ahead and pair that up with a Wiseco clutch basket. GYTR doesn't have a clutch basket available, so I went ahead and got the next best thing, which is Wiseco. Next up, we have our actually quite rare GYTR headlight guards. These are brand new in the package. Exceptionally rare to find that. It's hard to find them even used, never mind with the packaging still around them 20 years later. When those popped on the market, they were a little bit pricey, but I just went ahead and pulled the trigger because I'll probably never find another set like that. Next up here, we got all of our Mod Quad stuff. New Mod Quad oil dipstick, shift lever, chain guard. Then we got our new thumb throttle and our switch panel. This is one of my favorite upgrades we're doing to this quad. The switch panels on the Raptor 660s, not the greatest design. They're kind of janky and flop around a lot even when they're set up right. They're just held in with a couple little plastic tabs, rubber tabs, like this one here. Mine's missing one, and yeah, they just not a real great design. So we're gonna pop this stuff out, these lights and the ignition, and we'll slide it on into that metal one, which bolts to the handlebars instead of just running with those little rubber things that slide onto these little knobs here. Next up, we got all of our Alba stuff. These are the Alba Pro Line heel guards, paired with our blue nets to match our plastics. Other Alba parts that we got are a gas cap and their brake reservoir cap. Other parts that we did get that were kind of cool to find as well. We got this Graydon Pro Line rad guard, still brand new in the packaging, 20 to 25 years later. Couldn't find a manufacture date on this, but it's definitely old, as you can tell by all the yellowing cardboard. These are GYTR copy frame guards. engine guards. They're just made out of fiberglass, but they seem to be pretty sturdy. I would have liked to find an original set, but unfortunately I wasn't as lucky in locating those as I was the headlight guards. We also have this awesome grab bar that I found on eBay. I forget what his company's name is. I will list it down in the description below, but he just makes grab bars in small batches. He does have a few different styles available. This is the one I chose to go with. Quite simple, but very elegant looking, so very impressed with that. We also have these TM Design Works chain rollers. Did a lot of research and people said these were supposed to be some of the best ones. So we went ahead and ordered some of those. I went with dark blue instead of light blue because they were 50% off. So for the color change, it didn't bother me to get them for half price. Next up from Alba, we actually have this chain guard as well, in case we ever snap a chain that we're not taking out our engine with it. So that's always a nice, safe, and actually quite cost-effective upgrade to do. We also got our Streamline rear brake line that I bought to match our front brake lines. I wanted to have steel braided all the way around. That's really the only way to go in my eyes. Next up here, one of our last parts that I have to introduce to you guys. We got these shock covers. I think these are just a generic brand shock cover. They aren't actually Yamaha, they're just some Chinese ones, but it should add to the aesthetic of our quad until I put the Elka suspension on it. We do have the ProMotion Plus 2 clutch cable. We are putting on a Lone Star Plus 2 steering stem that is not quite here yet, so I needed a longer clutch cable to reach up to the top of the handlebars. Moving on to our next part, we have our Zoom Parts 2-piston rear caliper. This says on their website that it is assembled in the United States using parts sourced from other countries. I did reach out to them to ask where they were sourcing parts from, and they gave me a very corporate "I'm not telling you" answer, so I'm going to go ahead and presume those are sourced from Chinese parts. We have our mystery bar here, as well as these two mystery pieces over here. I'm not exactly sure where those are supposed to go. I'll have to go dig through my receipts and find out. Last but not least, we do have our air scoops here. These are kind of a dual purpose product. They help keep what's behind our headlights safe, as well as redirect air to our engine to help keep things a little bit cooler. We'll be installing these as well as the GYTR headlight guards and some HID headlight bulbs that I sourced that are sitting upstairs today. We'll go ahead and pick out the parts that I need, and I'll get all this other stuff put away for now, and then we'll go ahead and move on with the install. Upon cleaning up, I realized that I forgot to show you guys one of my favorite pieces of that entire pile, so I'm going to go ahead and do so now. This is a Zoom plus Boom custom foot brake lever for the Raptor 660. When I was shopping for a shift lever, I quite easily found one on eBay that is the Mod Quad version that you guys seen earlier in the video, but I couldn't find anything for a upgraded foot brake lever. So upon tons and tons of digging online, I managed to find a gentleman in a quad Facebook group, of all things, that ran into a similar problem on his Raptor 660. He was a retired firefighter with a background in being a millwright, so he actually makes custom quad parts in his retirement. He has started a little company called Zoom plus Boom. I will link his contact information in the description below. But he had said, yes, I will go ahead and make you up one of those. He did it in record time, and everything was of outstanding quality. Show you guys the back side here.
It is all billet aluminum, zero flaws on it whatsoever. We will go ahead and install this at the same time as the Mod Quad shift lever and the Elba Nerf bars, just while we have everything apart. It will make it a little bit easier to figure out exactly where everything mounts up. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this because it excited me so much. We'll go ahead and move on to our headlight guard install, our HID headlights, and our air scoops.
Okay, looking at the front of the Raptor 660 here now, we'll take a look at our headlights and how they are mounted up, because we actually have to remove the headlights in order to change the bulbs and split the housing, which is kind of a goofy design, but not much we can do about it. It's pretty easy to remove the headlights. There's actually just 2 bolts up there and then 1 bolt down there as well, and they should yank on out. And then there's a few more screws holding the housing together that I'll have to separate. You guys can watch that all on a quick time lapse, so you guys aren't sitting here with me all day doing that. The air scoops actually, while we're here, mount into that little bottom hole there and this one little top hole right there. Remove the screws and slap the air scoop on, and then it just screws back into place with the headlight housing. So yeah, pretty good design on that end. We'll go ahead and cut to that time lapse now, guys. Okay, so we spent about the last half hour test fitting our GYTR headlight guards along with our air shrouds. I think I managed to figure out how to get it all to work together. We got one bolt up here that's actually holding up our headlight, our air shroud, and our headlight guard. There's a washer on the top side of it, another washer on the bottom side of it, on the bottom of the headlight guard, and then it goes through a spacer, which then goes through the air shroud, and then there is another washer on the opposite side, and then it goes through a hole for the headlight, which then threads into the frame back there. So that one bolt is holding up 3 different items, so hopefully it stays in place. But yeah, we'll go ahead and pop the other side on just as this one is, and then we can go ahead and connect the middle piece, and we should be good to go. As we get further into the GYTR headlight guard install, I'm realizing that we're going to have a little bit of a hard time getting the rad guard off afterwards, so I figured I would save us all some pain and suffering and do this right now. This is our Graydon Pro Line rad guard that I picked up off of eBay. It's over 20 years old, still in the package, so that's pretty amazing. They don't make them anymore for the Raptor 660 of any sort, even some Chinese knockoff ones like they make many of for the Banshee and the Raptor 700, which I looked into because I wanted to modify one of those to fit the 660, but I figured out that wasn't possible. So I was very pleased to find this one still brand new in the package for about 120 bucks. We'll go ahead and pull this out of the package now, guys, and then we'll pull the old rad guard off and we can get this one in there. finished up the install now. Sorry I didn't record everything. I kind of ran out of patience at a certain point in time when things weren't going back together the way that I wanted them to. But we ended up getting our GYTR headlight guards, our air shrouds, our HID bulbs, and our new rad guard in. So it was a pretty productive day all in all. If I could offer any advice to anybody, it would be to either run just the GYTR headlight guards or just the air shrouds. Running both, they don't like to go back together all that well. We had a little bit of issues with the rad guard as well. It didn't want to go in without having to take all the plastic off, but I managed to wiggle it around enough where I could squeeze it on in there and get it all bolted down again. Can't get over how much more aggressive those headlight guards make this quad look. I wish they had these for other quads. They don't really seem to make them for anything else, but I think that this is a style that they should bring on back. Next video, we will be installing some Pro heel guards and Nerf bars by Alba Racing, as well as our Zoom plus Boom brake lever. And on the other side, we will also be installing our Mod Quad shift lever. The other thing I do have to add about running both the air scoops the air shrouds and the headlight guards is that it pushes everything out a little bit. So I actually couldn't use the nuts the nuts and screws that the headlight guards came with. I had to use zip ties to hold everything together on the bottom so I could widen it out a little bit. And then I just attached that middle piece with 3M. So everything's nice and sturdy now. It's not going anywhere. Just took a little bit of extra figuring out is all. If you guys could please like, share, comment, and subscribe, that would be a huge help to me here at the channel and bringing you guys future videos just like this one. That is all I got for you guys today, so please be sure to stay tuned for the next video, and we'll see you guys next time.